And right on into episode 2, guys. Right back where we left off. I'll pause it right here. Remember this guy. Looks to be a gym teacher. I'll get back to him in just a sec. I did that to you guys. Look at the leg hair. Look at the pink panties. Look at the clogs. Why the and like I'm thrown off by the clogs of all things here. Okay, continuing on. This is Lust, and so far this guy looks like he might be the gym teacher we just saw in the other picture. At first, I did not think that was what it was. I thought it was like, no, it's someone else, just a gym teacher. It could be a social link, what have you. But then I realized that this game is about stealing corrupted hearts. It's about purifying these people, and hopefully that means not killing them. So this could entirely be that gym teacher, and he could just show back up after this. But I mean, it does make sense that he would be that gym teacher because you've got the girl back there in gym attire, and yeah, it's a little creepy. I don't know. I paused it there. That is a massive tongue. And here's the screen that made people think that when you did a sneak attack, it instantly finished the fight, like all the time. And that's the big thing. Is no, it's not all the time. I think it just happens when you're high enough level above the target. That's all. So apparently here though, because you don't even get the usual final screen where he's running past, it's just yeah, no, done. This is Makoto. Makoto is one of the new characters. She is, in fact, the student council president and is apparently usually a bit of a goody two shoes. But for some reason, she is fighting alongside our Phantom Thieves. She will obviously have a reason for it here. It's assumed that she's going to be dealing with the mob boss that we'll see here in a minute, having to do with money, since she was in the scene we saw back in the other video, handing you guys a gold-plated suitcase full of money. Anyway, her persona is Joan. I believe it's Joan. It's a motorcycle. Honestly, I'm not that fond of her persona. I'm a little leery about like vehicles and stuff as Persona since well, it wasn't a Persona game, but if you guys played it, you know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna keep going. Let's see. Her weapons are fist weapons, like Knuckles and such, and a revolver. And she's pretty badass so far. Oh, also she's probably the Chariot Arcana, but it's possible she's the Priestess Arcana. We're not sure yet. Here we see a Valkyrie get the shit kicked out of her by our martial artist here, who, by the way, is badass. Here we have new character the second. This is Futaba Sakura. She's a bit of a shut-in. She used to be a normal teenager. I mean, she's a bit of a geek. She's fantastic with computers. They go over all that. But then something happened in junior high which caused her to shut herself away from the world. She doesn't even attend classes anymore. But she has an attachment to the main character for some reason. We're not sure. And acts different around him. But when she's around more than the main character, she tends to wear something over her head. We see that later in another scene. I'll pause it for that. And here's her persona. Let me back up very briefly, see if I can't get to this. This is the Necronomicon. Now, the Necronomicon is traditionally a book, but here, as we can see, it's a UFO with plenty of writing scrawled on the sides of it. Now, in fitting with the thief motif, this is a UFO, and UFOs kidnap people, so she steals people. Now, I'm actually not sure exactly how. You know what? So far, it's not just thieves; it's rogues. Like the motorcycle, Joan. It's a motorcycle games, Roughnecks. You know, this is a UFO that goes back to the thief, and then we've got one more later on. I'll tell you when I get there. Two things here. First, we finally see Ryusuke's weapon, which is a katana, hopefully wielded EI style. Second, we see a return of stat buffing by supports from Persona 4 Golden. This makes me happy. In P4 Golden, that gave Rise more than just a sidelines job. She was actually active in buffing and sometimes healing the party. Now, honestly, in P4 Golden, she probably got to do a bit too much, but I would not complain if Futaba got to do the same things that she did. Because it was always a little bit silly that your support ran along beside you and went, hey, they're weak to Agi. And here we see the level up screen. Okay. Here we have all the elements we have. Well, not elements. Elements. I guess a bit better to put it. We have physical attacks. We have shooting attacks. Fire, ice, lightning, wind. This is either gravity or nerve. We don't know yet. Gravity will encompass attacks that take off a certain amount of hit points. No, that's Final Fantasy. Gravity attacks were a thing in the first and second personas. If it's nerve attacks, it'll be status elements. I almost prefer that it be status elements. Also, now we can see everything written across the Necronomicon. I should just pause it here to begin with. And then finally we see nuclear. A lot of people are conjecturing that nuclear will be almighty attacks, but I don't believe so. I believe Megiddo will still be our almighty stuff, while nuclear will just focus around a new, different type of element. Because I think they're trying to steer away from the entire, your main character can do everything and he doesn't need anyone else in order to hit all weaknesses and end battles by himself. Also, this is just a personal wish on my part and not any sort of analysis, but I'm hoping that they bring back holy and undead, or holy and evil spells that actually deal damage again. Because they had that in 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4, they're just, percentage-based chances to instantly wipe the enemy off the map. And here we have one of our job possibilities. That is a late night dishwasher at a pub. They did that in Persona 4 Golden as well, and there you could speak to various customers and they would boast specific stats. And here, yeah, I'm sure this has gone around before, but this looks like you, Narukami. It looks like you. I hope it is. It's just, this would be a fantastic, just minor little throwback. It's like, oh yeah, no, he's in a restaurant. Also, yeah, this job is obviously you just being a fast food waiter. Also, I'm going to end this particular part here and finish it off in the third part, guys. Once again, you get to watch me stop this video, and I will be seeing you shortly.